Okay, let's look now at what happens when we have a horizontal line, and then in a minute we'll take a chance to look at also a vertical line. And so you notice this, there's a red horizontal line, and I've graphed 5 points on it. And so we've talked about how we can graph points on a line to express a pattern. And the patterns we've typically used have had lines that have slope, which means either slope up and to the right or down and to the left. They're sort of diagonal lines. But this line is a straight horizontal line. And so let's actually look at the points that are on the line, and we'll find out something about horizontal lines. And so if we start at the left, the first point we get to is -6, 3. And then the next one is -3, 3. And then the next pattern is 0, 3. The next one is 3, 3. And then finally the last one we have is 6, 3. And so what we notice is we notice a change in x, but y is always 3. That's every coordinate. And so the question is, what would be an equation, a way to express this pattern? And I would say the way to express this pattern is no matter what x is, y is always 3. And so x doesn't actually affect the value of y at all, and so we don't put x in our equation. We would actually write this equation as y equals 3. And so a horizontal line is really not so complicated. If we find what y value is constant for every x value, we just set y equal to that and we get a horizontal line. And so with that in mind, I want you to think about what we're going to do with a vertical line, because in just a second we're going to have a vertical line put up there. So here's a look at our vertical line. You see a red vertical line, and it's going through, it crosses -4 on the x-axis. And if we talked about the points we have here, the points we have here are -4, 9. I'm sorry, the first point we have actually, yeah, that's the first point we have. And the next point we have is -4, 4. Then we have, this is going top to bottom, we have -4, 0. We have -4, -4, and we have -4, -9. So the question is, what can we say about this line? Well, we notice that this time the y coordinate changes, but the x coordinate is the same. And so every x coordinate is going to be -4, and y doesn't have an output at all. And so if we want to give this an expression, well, y is irrelevant, and we know that x is always, no matter what the value of y is, -4. And so what we see from this is if we have a horizontal line, we can just say y equals the y value. And if we have a vertical line, because it's the x value that's constant, we know that x just has the value of the line when it passes through x. So in this case, x equals -4 is our equation, and there's nothing there to solve.